How's it going, everybody? I'm good, I'm tired though, and I would like to go to sleep like all of my friends have, but I'm back instead a few hours after posting my last Borderlands 3 video about some technical issues that I had with it. And this is my third run through of this video, so let's just see how this goes, shall we? Anyway, here we are on the Borderlands 3 menu, the game that I've been having so much trouble with. Now the good news is that I have 3 potential fixes for you guys. And the reason this will be a bit slapdash, I do apologise, I'll try and timestamp around all of my rambling, but the reason that I'm doing this now is because I know that some of you are in real time zones. I'm obviously Australian, if you couldn't tell from my accent, so it's probably like what? At the time of recording, it's like early afternoon in England right now. I know some of you guys are having issues with this and you're looking forward to an evening play session, so I just want to get this out. This information is all already out there. But hey, if one person sees this and it helps, then I've done my job. So, the 3 methods I have for you today, I have 2 that will cover solo play, which is where I've been having the most issues, and this is related to the frame rate drop, scope lag, whatever you want to call it, bug. And I have 1 co-op fix. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about the co-op fix last, probably, but there's really nothing to it. For those of you who are here for it now, I will just give you the quick and dirty rundown. All you need to do is join a friend's game. That's the fix. Most of you have probably already found that by now, unless you played solo and went, fuck, this is bad, I'm not going to play with you tonight, sorry bro. So if that's happened, then I'm really sorry that I couldn't get this out to you sooner. I don't know if it works if your friend is having issues, but that's definitely worth a test, because from what I can tell, I think the issue might actually be something to do with sending outbound packages to the internet or something. It's probably some fucking DRM bullshit or like Epic Games Launcher bullshit, to be honest. So this might not even be on the devs, but either way, it's pretty bad for a lot of us, so hopefully they patch it, and it looks like they actually will soon, because this seems way more widespread than I initially thought in my first video. So that's the co-op fix. And what that co-op fix will do, it will also almost completely eliminate the loading zone lag and the random stutters that you get when exploring and when enemies spawn in. You still get a little bit of lag, but it seems like it's just internet lag. It's honestly, it's a completely playable shooter at that point. It just feels like playing Borderlands 2 co-op. I was able to join with 3 other people and play seamlessly, so yeah, good luck with that, and maybe if you can put off for a multiplayer gaming session instead, you'll have a lot more fun with the game. So best of luck to you, and you can all fuck off now because you've got friends. For those of us who don't have friends, or whose friends are all asleep, I have 2 options left for you. Both of these options require some sort of sacrifice. The first option is the best, and that's the one I'm going to show you first, but it also has the biggest sacrifice, which is you need to take your game offline. Which kind of sucks, especially if you like to alt-tab like me, because the way that this works best for me is to take my whole PC offline. But I'm going to show you how to take the game offline, and hopefully that works for most of you guys. It kind of helps me, but it doesn't get very good until I take my internet out. So I'm going to show you how to do that now, and you get to see all the dirty little things on my messy ass desktop. If you hate unclean desktops, I'm very sorry. Very sorry for this. Also, I like Volpixes, fucking fight me. All you need to do, I'm on Windows 7. I know this is exactly the same for Windows 10, probably for Windows 8. If you're on a Mac or a Lexus, I can't help you. Or a Linux, I can't help you. If you're driving a Lexus, then this path won't work either. You want to go into your control panel and go to Windows Firewall, and this is from the start menu. So that brings up this page. And what we're going to do on this page is go to these on the left hand side here and click on Advanced Settings, and you will need to be on an admin account to do that. If you're not already, I'm sure most of you are. And then we go to Outbound Rules in this left hand column here. Now you can see I already have these 2 rules set up, called BL3 block. I'm just going to delete those so that we can reset them up for the video. Done. Now, what you want to do is come to this right hand side here and click New Rule up the top. And we want to block a program. So select Program. Now we do the path, and the way that you find your path, mine's obviously already in there because I had the rules set up to actually test that this worked, but the way that you do your path is to go to your, whichever drive you installed the game on, and you'll have a games folder immediately on that drive. If you have a folder called games like I do, this is not that folder. Mine is on my desktop, which is in user, la-di-da-di-da. This is straight in the E drive, or whichever drive you have the game on, and into games. Now you go to Borderlands 3, Borderlands 3 again, and Borderlands 3 the exe, the executable. And you open that, and that puts it into this box here. Now we click next. Next, thank you. We want to block the connection, and we want to select all of these. Done. And now we call it BL3 block. You can call it whatever you want, so, you know, fuck Randy. Finish. Done. And that is already set up. Now I don't know if you need to block both executables, but I block both executables because it's easy to turn them both on and off. It doesn't cost you any more time. So we're just going to do that to be on the safe side. So you do the same thing, advanced settings, you go to outbound rules, new rule, it is late, I'm already fucking up the most simple thing, program again, and again we want to browse the path. It'll take us straight back to this folder, and this time we want to go into Oak Game, which is located above the Borderlands 3 exe, then into binaries, and then Win64, or 32 if you're on 32, but I don't know why you would be at this point. And we want to block this Borderlands 3 exe here. Executable. There we go. Next. Block the connection. Same, all three. And I swear to God, I've never said exe before doing this video, so it's a first for all of us. And then we finish that after we've named it. Now before you click off all of this, just go back to your advanced settings. Back to outbound rules. Make sure that both of your rules are there. And I'll quickly show you how to turn them off and on. So right now this is blocking Borderlands access to the internet. So if you click on it, you can disable the rule and then enable it again. And you just do that for both. So if you want to go online to play with a friend, just come back into here, disable both rules and whatever. Sorry, that is my phone vibrating on my bench. As I said in the previous video, that is my internet connection. But it does make part of this video easier. So now that we've done that, hey, sorry, spoiler alert, this didn't work for me at all, but you know what did work that I've just stayed up till 2:30 AM testing, is creating inbound rules as well, and blocking the Epic Games launcher. Yep, so, surprise, surprise, right? I'm so sorry, this video just isn't up to standard, but here's a directory to block the Epic Games launcher. I guess it makes the rest of the video kind of redundant, but this seems to be the fix. It works just as well as when I completely turn off the internet later in the video. Outbound rules, new program, games, Epic Games, launcher, binary, Win64, next, block, tick tick tick, and funny name. Yeah, so sorry again guys, I hope that was easy enough to follow. Thanks to 011Mana on Reddit for putting us onto the inbound rules, and blocking Epic Games was my idea because fuck Epic Games. So this footage here is just in the closing stages of me. Originally I was talking about how we'd just done the outbound rules. The audio fucked up here, and also the information is now irrelevant, as you would have guessed from the last section. So the steps still work, you just need to also do them for inbound and to do them for the Epic Games launcher. You'll see, I'll show a little bit of this clip. Outbound only has apparently worked for some people. Outbound and inbound on just the Borderlands has worked for some people, and blocking Epic Games is what worked for me. So it's a pain in the ass, but just do this bit step by step. If you're lucky, you'll only have to block outbound. That seems to have fixed it for a number of people. So I just seem to be getting the Randy Bitchford end of the stick. So anyway, yeah, you can see in this clip, like, it's still lagging. It hasn't worked for me. This shit goes on for a while, but I'm just gonna cut it. In a minute, I'll end up just unplugging the internet completely. I'll leave that part as is, but the results that I get there are pretty much exactly the same as when I block the Epic Games launcher. So it should at least give you an idea of what you can expect and what the game should look like once you find the right combination of what you need to block. the stutter's still there, so it's not great. Not great at all. So we're going to go back through this loading zone, and then I'm going to take my entire computer off the grid, and I'll show you how much of a difference that makes, at least for me in testing. Knowing me recording, it's probably going to fuck up somehow. Okay, so here is my desktop again, and you can see here it's nigh on midnight, and I'm just going to open this up so that we can see my internet connections. Well, I don't have any wireless connections, these are the neighbors, but you can see here that I am connected through my iPhone. This is via a tether. You can hear it, I'm tethered to my computer. Now, I'm going to yank that tether out. Done. I'm now completely offline. Now, if I go back into the game, I haven't done anything else, and you, as I said earlier, you should do this with the game already open, because I'm pretty sure some DRM fuckery means that the game either will take like ages to open up, or just won't open up. I don't know, it's been weird for me. Back through the loading zone, and this has been so quick that I might just leave it, and we'll see, although now I've got nothing to say. Awesome. Okay, I swear every time I hit pause it goes straight back through the loading zone, but I promise you, I just came through, and look at these. Look, this is so much smoother. I can do this again to show you guys properly because I fucked up. It is remarkable how much smoother this is, and that's why I think the problem might be with the Epic launcher. So you can see here, yes, okay, the textures are taking a little bit to load in, but this is pretty much exactly like it was when I was playing Borderlands 2 on my Xbox, like back in the day. This is exactly the load time I'd expect from a Borderlands game. You can see here I can zoom in fine. It's a bit streaky just because I'm recording. I'm going down to about 30, 40 FPS. That is because of the recording software. That's not actually the game. I have tested this a few times and it does hit 60 FPS. Maybe drops down a little bit when enemies are spawning. So again, it's not perfect and you do have to sacrifice, but it does work. Here you go. Boom. Beautiful. Fucking smooth as a missus after a day at the waxing spa. Not one of my better analogies, but look, see, I'm not gonna, well, I probably will die because I'm fucking terrible at video games, but like, I can jump in my feet, but I can shoot, you know, I'm not compromising my fighting ability here. You can see it's still stuttering a little bit, but it's way better than what it was. I'll just aim down sights before I die. See, aiming down sights, fine. Absolutely fine. So this is the best method, but from what I've seen, you do have to take your computer completely offline. Which sucks asshole, unless you're into that. Then it sucks something else that you're not into sucking. But, you will be able to play solo. And I can just, for me, I can just plug my phone straight back in. You can probably do the same with most of your routers or whatever. Or you can disable your internet actually manually on your computer. There are ways to do that. So I'm back online now. Done. That's the method, guys. That's the best method. Now, and you can see already I'm getting started now they've gone back online. So I don't know what, it's not a lot, but it is definitely there. So, anyway, I will now show you guys the second solo method, which is a bit of a different one, and I will actually quickly just pause the recording so that I can go and turn on those two rules again so that you guys know that I am completely online when I do this. Okay, so here we are again. Shut up. Fuck off. There we go. And we disable this rule, and we disable that rule. Done. Borderlands 3 is now back online. I'm back, baby. Cool. Okay. So, this second method is really weird, and I don't know why it works. If I go get into a fight again, I'm sure there will be some stutter. So, let's go do that again. Sorry, guys. I know it's a lot of loading zones, but I just want to prove to you that this does really work. Now, this method, it definitely helped with the aiming down sights. I found that it didn't help with the loading zones. I haven't actually done it yet. Okay, this is pretty smooth. So, it seems like taking it offline actually... That might actually... If you're lucky, this might actually work for a while. Like, until you restart the game, maybe? Or, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the problem is, so I don't know why it works once you take it offline and go back online. But this seems a lot smoother. It's not as smooth as it was when I was completely offline, but it's smoother than normal. Anyway, I'll show you this second method anyway. Even though I won't really be able to prove that it works, but this is just so it's there for you guys. Again, I would highly recommend the first method. But all this is, and this is weird, and I promise you this works, you can test it yourselves, start online, do everything like that. Go down to very low, and then turn your options back up to where they normally would be. I'm not even going to go up to ultra because it doesn't make that much of a difference, but you can go up to ultra textures. Now what this is better than doing my method that I showed in the first video is you don't have to compromise on texture streaming, which was what I was doing. So I can have my textures back on high. I can go up a few here. And if you guys have been getting this study, you know that it's in the menus and everything. It's in the cutscenes. I haven't tested any cutscenes with this yet, with any of these methods yet, but really I'm only concerned about you guys being able to actually play the fucking video game. So you can see here I've gone up to reasonably high settings. I'd say this is equivalent to maybe high, medium to high. And there's a little bit of stutter. Now what this method does do is it's very good for iron sights and reflex sights, so short range sights like what I have here with my two guns. Now the first few times you scope in, you will still get some stutter, but it seems to go away and then it seems to come back for the first 1 or 2 scopes of every fight that you get in. Don't ask me why that is. It's like it reloads it or something, dude. I don't know, man. This game is so weird. All of the fixes are so weird that they make no sense. And I'm gonna fucking die again. All of the fixes for this game are super weird. I don't understand it. Nobody on Reddit understands it. But they work. This method works if you want to alt-tab. I don't recommend it. It's not the preferred method. But if you just want to do some quick mindless hour of Borderlands 3 solo shooting, this method does work. And you can see, if I do it a few times, I'm back. And all of the delay that you're seeing now is because I'm on higher settings with recording on. That's all it is. I promise you this method does work. I tested this one the most. Now, what it doesn't do though is you can't, sorry, wrong button, you cannot go to a sniper scope, which I have conveniently not brought one of. This does not work with, oh hang on, this does not work with sniper scopes. I think this is a sniper scope, yes. So you can see here, the stutter's bad too. Really bad. Just stop fucking killing me for once. So, yeah. So the stutter's back with sniper scope, so you won't be able to play sniper with this method. You will be able to with the offline method, which I might even be able to do right now. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so a lot better already. As soon as I go offline, you can see the difference. So those are the methods I've got for you guys. There isn't really much more to say on the co-op method other than it definitely works, but I would recommend you still play on something similar to the settings I've got now, so like around medium. You could also do the very low trick and then build it back up in combination with the co-op setting, with playing on co-op. That actually made my experience more smooth as well. Just be aware that if you're playing online, you're probably always going to get some lag, at least if you're in Australia like we all are, because our internet's shitty. Thank you, both governments. So just bear that in mind, but it will be playable, and if you've played previous Borderlands games on co-op, then you'll understand that it's kind of just part and parcel with the game. You get a bit of lag sometimes. I know I've waffled on so fucking long, guys, so I'll leave it there, but I hope this has helped someone. I'm gonna get some fucking sleep. I'm so tired. So, as long as this has helped one person, I don't mind staying up. So, if this helped you at all, please leave a comment so that I know my life is fucking worth something. And I'm gonna get some sleep now. Happy Borderlands playing. Oh, I nearly forgot. I knew there was something I needed to do. Okay, none of these methods are mine. They all come from Reddit. I've tracked down the original comments that they came from and the original posts. I will leave all of those in the description. Firstly, I would like to thank Master Wanky, which is a great name, for the co-op method. Thank you, Master Wanky. I would like to thank Helemekoko for the weird settings, which is the last one that I showed you with going down to low and bringing them back up. I don't know how we found this, or she, it might be. I don't know how they found this, because I think they said that they were doing something like just lowering it to the lowest and bringing it up to find the setting that worked, that was causing the issues. So well done to them, and thank you for posting your results, because that really helped me out. And finally, I would like to thank NightlyKnight, which is N at the start, KN on the second one, for the solo method involving going offline. His method only included blocking the executables, which seems to work for a lot of people, so fingers crossed I'm the only one having the issue where I have to completely unplug my internet. But that's always an option for you guys if you really just want to play some Borderlands. Anyway, so thank you to Master Wanky, thank you to Helemekoko, and thank you to NightlyKnight. You guys are awesome. It's great having you guys in the community. I really appreciate it. And thank you very much to Recording Dan, who screwed the pooch so hard on this video that there's lag and there's corrupted audio, and I'm up to 3 AM on my 4th render, having added bits in the middle when new information comes out, and just fucking ugh.